I've put 175,000 miles on this car, and I'm about to drive it more than ever. It's my only car now, and it'll turn into not only a gig app machine to deliver packages and humans, but I need a place to stay as I rent out my home on Airbnb. So 3 missions today: A, a deep clean; B, some simple modifications for more efficient gigging; and C, a place to live, because my house is for strangers now, I guess. My first 2 missions will largely be made possible by Temu, as it's my go-to place for affordable cleaning supplies, organization, and accessories, not only for my cars, but my garage as well. Usually my rule of thumb is keep my car in the best condition by cleaning it before it looks dirty. I've fallen behind a bit. Doing 2 Amazon shifts per day means miles of dirt and gravel roads, which ends up in every crevice of the vehicle. I agitate the carpet using some of the spinny brushes from this 7-piece drill set. I wouldn't use these on soft or delicate fabrics like Alcantara or seats, but my cheapo 3 carpeting, it works just fine to get the dirt and sand out. And because Temu's sponsoring this video, Temu app users can get many of the items I show in today's video for $0. What can I say? I'm a charitable man. Temu's a charitable company. Scan the QR code on screen to download the Temu app, open it up, enter my code into the search bar, not at checkout, but the search bar itself, to unlock a bunch of $0 items. Now, getting the $0 free gifts needs a qualifying order, but if you want a no strings attached discount, you can claim a $300 coupon bundle using the link in the description. Temu is the king of obscure niche cleaning products, including their car air vent cleaner, which I primarily used for the air vent, I didn't need to tell you that, as well as the tracks of the seats while avoiding cleaning grease off the greasy sections. You want greasy seats so that they slide back and forth. This car being 7 years old now means the white seats are finally looking a little bit less white. I wear all black clothing, which doesn't help. It's hard to see on camera, but if you look at the car in person, you can see a color change from when I first purchased it. To keep them clean, I just use water and at most baby wipes. I loved how the black interior looked on the Model S. RIP Model S. I miss this car. But the white interior will, to me, forever be the signature Tesla interior color. So if you're avoiding the white interior because you're scared it might get dirty or whatever, I say go for it. I mean, mine look pretty good even after 1,000 Uber trips. People who use carpet floor mats are evil and deranged. I've had these all-weather mats since the day I got the car, and once again, a drill brush is one of the cheapest investments I've made that's kept my car feeling as new as possible, mixed with a little dish soap and a pressure wash. Onto the exterior. We get to use a new version of my favorite product for the cleaning process, the foam cannon. I can't believe I'm saying this, but the Temu foam cannon, it's my 3rd soap applicant I've purchased, and it's somehow the best one. It's got the thickest, the stickiest, Okay, hold on, let me rephrase that. It's got the most fertile spray of all the foam cannons in my garage. If I could only repurchase one item from the haul today, it would be this foam cannon. It's, wow, I mean, how satisfying is that? Another cheap add-on to my cleaning arsenal is the scrub glove, but instead of a glove for your hand, it's a glove for a pole. So I no longer have to get on my tippy toes to clean the roof of my car because I'm so freaking tiny and can't reach it. I got 2 more drying rags, which each picked up at least twice the water as the more expensive rags I got from Advanced Auto or AutoZone or whatever. I throw all the rags I use in the washing machine after every use, which, well, this is my only car now. I used to clean 2 or 3 at a time. I miss my other freaking cars, I want to buy more. But, yeah, the rags do wear out, so over time I cycle them out and buy new ones. My rusty-ass Hitch has been one of the most valuable purchases made in human history. This car has towed trailers tens of thousands of miles, and I got this hitch cover so it doesn't look as ugly, but it snapped while I was trying to put it on. So, yeah, just honest review. They didn't engineer it to actually fit over the trailer. So I kind of just stuck it in, and I'm gonna pray it doesn't fall out. I should rephrase that sentence as well, but I'm not gonna. Moving on to the interior. I recently removed my second screen protector after it got a crack in it. Similar to my phone screen protectors, which I've somehow gone through 3 screen protectors on my phone in the past couple months. My phone does get super banged up doing gigs, but I mean, that's what they're there for. And replacing cheap screen protectors is a little bit easier than replacing my entire Tesla or phone screen. The easiest way to tell someone's never driven for a gig app is when they get upset at you for using your phone while you're driving. You literally have to. So will I continue doing this? Yes. But since they're so cheap on Temu, I threw in a phone mount specifically designed for Tesla screens. This one features MagSafe, which makes watching YouTube while on the road easier than ever. It's not a go herping Temu video without at least one work of adorable art. I'm sure it was handmade by a artist. Today's pick is the Boba Panda, which now holds the job of carrying my sunglasses. My tire stem covers constantly just despawn. I don't know where they go, but Temu's got some metal valves that look a lot better. This is a detail no one's ever gonna notice but me, but when I see my stem valve, I'm like, hey, that's a sexy little stem valve. A big bag of them were cheaper than the plastic ones, so I can just throw them on as I inevitably lose more of them. I do believe littering is a very bad crime. It's up there with rape and murder, but I do fear I've been littering these like around the city because I don't, where do they go? Why are they always coming off? My new metal ones have a plastic lining on the inside to avoid corrosion as well. Talk about Chinese innovation. R.I.P. David. Check out my new Pom Pom Pure in Vehicle trash can. This will carry dozens, if not hundreds, of plastic straw wrappers and receipts from every time I hit a drive-through. I may just get a Diet Coke in memoriam. Specifically for Amazon Flex is a seat cover to prevent packages from staining or scratching my front seat. I usually use a moving blanket, but this one secures into place with straps and clips. Unfortunately, it's covered in freaking dog bones and paw prints because it's intended to keep animal fur off your seats. But hey, it gets the job done. Now check out this giga-brained idea. You know how cargo vans have those cages to protect the driver like from their own load? Emergency braking as I try, and sometimes successfully, avoid running over wildlife, including cats, means unsecured packages slamming into the back of my seat. So I realized a cheap Temu net is the perfect makeshift plastic cage to prevent any future brain damage. I can't take much more of it or else I'll be straight up lobotomized, to avoid getting clocked by a stray Amazon envelope on my next route. In the sub-trunk goes a new storage compartment. I also threw in something to force me to stop procrastinating on an important purchase. I don't know how many videos I've seen where a vehicle catches on fire and guys run over with fire extinguishers. I actually do know, it's like 3 videos, it's not that many, but we should all be that guy. Fire extinguishers are pretty cheap, and way quicker than a fire engine can respond to what starts as a small fire, but inevitably will engulf an entire vehicle if nobody on that same street has tools for the job. A little like fire extinguisher, it can do a lot. There's no Temu fire extinguishers, I did check. I gotta buy one locally. Sometimes I'm having a bad day on the road and wish I could drink a LaCroix in peace, but these pesky cops keep seeing my open containers of bubbly water, but no more, as I sheath it with a highly convincing Coca-Cola sleeve. It has the number 69 and 420 on it. Okay. As well as some extra Temu vomit bags for when I drank too much carbonated lime water while driving. Okay, the vomit bags, they're actually for Uber passengers. I've had 2 passengers vomit, which isn't much, but it's enough to justify keeping extras on hand, especially when they're like basically free. Back to the exterior is a chemical applicator. Spraying tire shine on your rubber without hitting the vehicle itself is pretty difficult. It can damage paint and vinyl. So while I can find it annoying to have all these extra doodads lying around, like a specific device just for applying car, tire shine, whatever, it's not even necessary, it's just for aesthetics. But this does make it easier and faster. I ran out of liquid tire shine, so I was gonna fill it with tire shine and then actually use it as intended. But I only have aerosolized right now, so I just used it to rub it around, rub it real good. As you saw, much of my cleaning is just vacuuming with a big shop vac, but I also picked up a portable Temu vacuum for those little messes. I'm often like at a supercharger, picking up my trash like I need something to do, and then wishing I could suck up a quick mess out of the car, but my dream is now a reality. Now that the Temu Tesla is dripped out, I need to convert it from a makeshift taxi and mail truck to a makeshift taxi, mail truck, and studio apartment. Urban stealth camping is something I do about half the time I travel anywhere. It sounds cool, right? Urban stealth camping. It just means sleeping in a parking lot. But instead of spending $50 to $100 a night at a motel, I just set up camp in a parking lot and then use either a gas station with like showers in it, or more like a truck stop, I guess, or a gym membership like a Planet Fitness to keep myself from getting too grimy on the road. I car camped outside 2 raves like a couple years ago since I was too tired to drive home, and oh my god, when I woke up, I smelled like 50 different people's sweat and a bunch of alcohol. I wasn't even drinking, but people kept spilling their drinks on me, and I absolutely would have been arrested for suspicion of DUI had a cop pulled me over. But even during my second roommate saga, when my bitch squatter roommate wouldn't move out, she was making living there so miserable that my other roommate locked herself in my master bedroom, and I just straight up dipped for like almost a week, I think. I spent a lot of my time just doing gig apps, keeping myself occupied, and sleeping in my car. Going from the chaos of that woke and broke girl who was keeping us awake to the peace and quiet of my metal tent in the Planet Fitness parking lot, oh, it was so nice. And I will forever stand by EVs being the ultimate car camping vehicles. I keep my setup pretty simple. It's basically just packing for a weekend trip. There isn't really much to show. It's just bedding, some snacks, some drinks, some clothes, and covers for the windows, and in my case, the sunroof. It's more about how I organize it and where I stay. Like, am I in a parking lot of a grocery store where I can always just run in and have access to a bathroom and essentials? Or am I going off grid? In my case, I pretty much always park my car based on where it's quiet, seems safe, and it's convenient, so my preparation is pretty minimal. The weird thing about car camping during the second roommate saga was how close I was to home. Like, normally I'm burying myself into my trunk in a foreign city, like hundreds of miles away from home, but when all I need to do is find a cheap way to sleep outside my own house, I can just hang out in familiar areas and live a pretty regular day-to-day life. In fact, in many ways, actually more convenient, because instead of finishing a day of driving and then having to travel back to my house, sometimes as much as 2 hours away if Amazon sends me to the middle of nowhere, instead, I can just finish, go offline, pull over to the nearest inconspicuous parking lot, climb in the back of my car, and I'm out. I go sleepy bye, yeah. Now my last video was about the final home preparations before my first Airbnb guests move into the herp crib, which means whether I like it or not, the car camp and gig app setup is go for launch, because I gotta get off my own property. And once again, you can join the $0 Temu sale Available for all app users. Put my code in the search bar and use the link in my description to claim the $300 coupon code bundle.